Hello everyone, good morning in advance. Allow me to introduce our members of our group, namely Muhammad Rafanda Alfasya, Gregorius Gabriel, Erika Valentina Angkawijaya, Togu Matias Juangga, and the last name is Marcello Rio. On this occasion, we will explain based on the survey we conducted on the topic of operating system on smartphones. Operating system on smartphone are getting more advanced from time to time. Android and Apple iOS are the operating system that many people often hear. However, from those operating system, which one is the most used on daily life? And is people having any difficulties on this OS? Let's see our explanation, which also answered the question earlier.
Okay, now I will explain the data that we have. Previously, our group chose a simple random sampling technique. This is because the population we chose was only in the Surabaya area and is homogeneous, so that any element selected as a sample can represent the population. In addition, the simple random sampling technique is the most efficient, so we choose that technique. Next, I will explain the first part, namely the gender of the respondents. The total respondents we have are 69 respondents, with 49.3% female and 50.7% female. Then the respondents' age variation was 92.8%, with the age range being 17 until 25 years old. 4.3% age less than 17 years old, and the last 2.9% with age more than 25 years old. From this data, we can see that some of the people who fill out the operating system questionnaire on the smartphone were teenagers to adults. The third pie chart shows that around 88.9% of our respondents have heard about operating system. That way, it will increase the accuracy of our data because most of our respondents have already understand the operating system on their handphones. For the three types of graphs that we use, they are pie charts because using a pie chart will make it easier to understand when someone reads, because it can directly show the comparison of each size of each factor. In addition, the data that we compare is also a little. So, in our opinion, the pie chart is the most appropriate to use.
For the next variable is how long our respondents have been using their operating system. The result shows that 65.2% of our respondents use their current operating system for more than 5 years. 27.5% of our respondents use their current operating system for around 2 until 5 years, and 7.2% of our respondents use their current operating system for less than 2 years. Now, how often our respondents use their operating system in a day? Well, about 40.6% of our respondents use their operating system for more than 8 hours in a day. 37.7% of our respondents use their operating system for around 6 until 8 hours in a day. 17.4% of our respondents use their operating system for around 5 until 6 hours in a day. And 4.3% of our respondents use their operating system for around 2 until 4 hours in a day. And from the data that we collected, we can also see that 86.8% of our respondents use Android as their operating system, and the other 13% use iPhone OS or iOS. As for the tree chart in here, we're using pie chart. That's because it's clear and easier to show the data that we collected to other people while using this chart, which is pie chart.
Next, our respondents purpose for using their operating system. 85.5% for study, 97.1% for entertainment, 89.9% for communication, 92.8% for social media, and 92.8% for work. Among 97.1% of our respondents feel comfortable with the operating system they use. 99.7% of our respondents think that Android OS is the best operating system on smartphone to use. And then 33.3% of our respondents think that iPhone OS or iOS is the best operating system on smartphone to use. In here, we use bar chart and pie charts because we think these two charts are very easy to understand in our data.
For the next data we got from our questionnaire is that 84.1% of our respondents ever switch operating systems from one to the others, like from Android OS to iOS or vice versa. We choose to use pie chart in this data because we only giving the respondents two options of answer and they can only choose one, and because of that it'll be easier for the readers to read the chart because it only shows two options. Okay, for the next data we got from our questionnaire is the reason why our respondents switch their operating system. And the highest reason why they switch their operating system is the ease of using an app. And then the second most reason why they switch their operating system is the user interface. And while we giving the respondent this question, we giving them more than three option and they can choose more than one answer, and because of that we think that using a bar chart can be more effective than a pie chart. Okay, for the next data we got from our questionnaire is the difficulties experienced by respondents when they're using the operating system, and most of our respondents having no problem at all, and the other 27 people having a problem in battery consumption. And just like the previous data, we choose to use a bar chart in here because we think that when there's more than three options of answer, it'll be more effective to us as the reader to know what the maker thinks and want to tell you about.
So from this questionnaire, we conclude that the most used operating system in Surabaya is Android, and the difficulty most people having is battery consumption. So for the company may have a solution on making battery consumption can be more effectively from the software or operating system. So many presentation from our group. Thank you for your attention. See you when I see you.